Okay. We got 3 generations of Shimborskis here going after old One-Eye the turtle. He speaks of legends of this pond. Grandpa almost had him during the fishing tournament. We're back for revenge. Grandpa is schooling us right now.
Yeah, he is.
Just a single hook?
Oh, I got him.
Yeah, this is a single. There's a pumpkin seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, these are pretty. I put this metal leader and it says 20 pounds.
That should do it.
Yeah, that should do it. Here, let me hold him.
Grandpa just got another one. There's still no sign of One-Eye. Finally got some action.
Okay.
I think it might be old One-Eye on here.
It's not moving right now, but it was. Or maybe it is. Okay, I'll let you go then.
Well, he's not old One-Eye, but it's a turtle.
But it's a keeper, yeah. Oh, so happy we got one. What the hell? That's a camera?
Yep.
God's sake. But that ain't a telephone camera, is it?
No.
That it's,
Oh, it's chewed.
oh, big time. So, yeah. Probably put a fresh piece on, I would guess.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. Alright, stay tuned. We had some action.
Oh my God! Is this on?
Yep.
Oh, wow!
We saw him swimming.
Oh my gosh!
Oh shit. 15?
It doesn't want to. I think it's caught on the net, too.
Almost 15.
And then you got to read from the 0 right there.
Oh, yeah. 14
So he's legal.
and 7/8.
He's right in the slot. So we could release the other one and keep one. Do we need 2?
Whatever, I don't care.
Oh, way to go, guys!
Yeah.
Who pulled them in, Grandpa?
No, yeah.
Wow.
I went and got the gaff, and then when we got him up this close, then I took the rod, but Nicky got him with the gaff hook.
Oh, is that a horse?
Yeah, it is.
Holy
It's bigger than
cat.
the shell I got at home.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Old One-Eye. We saw him.
Yeah.
We saw him
Before
come to
he
the
took
surface.
line, we saw him swimming
We
there.
said that's got to be
We said,
him.
maybe he's going to go by mine.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so this is 3:30. Damn it, anyhow. It could have been the time that Christy and I were here.
Maybe.
Because it was after we fished in the first place.
Yeah. All right, Grandpa, tell me what happened today
You got it all on tape.
in 100 words or less.
In 100 words or less. We got the one-eyed monster. And it was a battle, but we got him. We threw the baby away and kept the grandpa. And I showed the boys how to fish.
He took us to a spot and where he and Auntie Chrissy had this one on multiple times and kept breaking their line during the 24-hour fishing tournament. And so today we went for sweet revenge. The first one we got in and decided to keep it So I took it back to the Jeep, which is maybe, I don't know, a few blocks walk. And then when I got back down to the quarry, just as I crested the hill, Nick was screaming for the net. So I came back down the hill and they had one that was even bigger on. And we got it scooped up in the net, and now it's in captivity.
Broke the calf hook.
Yeah, yeah.
Handle came off of the calf hook. It was a brute.
Hi, buddy. Your last swim today. God bless you, Turtle, and thank you.
Well, Define Outdoors, we're here at Grandpa's house in South Milwaukee. We captured old One Eye about a week and a half ago, and we've had him sitting in water, cleaning out his system. Otherwise, they are really smelly, and the meat doesn't clean up very well.
Hi
So
there.
We're getting ready to butcher him now, so we're gonna dump out the water, rinse him off, and then we're going to
Get out of here. Then. It's gonna be.
give him one clean, quick blow, and let him bleed out for a little bit, get the toxins out, get all that blood out, and then go to work on cutting him up
And
getting that
weigh
meat
'em.
ready.
We're gonna
yeah, we're gonna
weigh him
weigh
and
'em.
see how much he.
Grandpa, you excited?
Oh yeah.
How old are you?
88.
88. How many turtles do you think you've butchered in your life?
I don't know. I got the shells of 4 other ones.
Let's do this.
Okay.
And he's a big guy. So, here we go. So you can dump that and rinse. We'll try to make it as quick as. So, you want to give me those gloves?
The nerves are gonna probably still be moving around while you're cutting,
Yeah.
but he's dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He ain't gonna run away. Cut here, all the way around, and loosen up that skin one leg at a time, and then you cut through this skin till you get the meat. It could have got these in a different color, but I thought,
No, orange is good. Then you don't mistake your finger for a turtle.
okay. All right.
All right.
First thing we're gonna do is to start working from
Yeah. So
the breastplate.
we dispatched the turtle and took off his head, and we let him bleed out for about an hour. Get all the blood out of his system. So then you start at the front, guts are in the back. Keep it more meat clean. I think Grandpa's just working right around the shell, cutting through the skin with his knife.
Are you getting this?
I suppose that's one way to tell the sex of a turtle.
That was interesting.
This is the neck, but it needs trimming, so that's what I'll tackle next.
We talked earlier about whether or not we want to try to keep the breastplate on. And it's a little more difficult to get the meat out of the shell. But if you do that, then you end up with something like this, or you can cut the breastplate off on the sides here and here and end up with this.
Alright, so we got basically all the meat out of it, except for the tenderloins, which are up in here, in between each one of these ribs, is what you would call the tenderloin of the turtle.
Alright guys, so we're done with the cleaning process. Chop the head off, clean out all the meat. We all got it in this bucket here. We got Dad and Grandpa, and so for a long overdue turtle, here's to some success for turtle soup.
3 generations passing on the tradition of catching turtles
Oh, I
and
did it.
eating them.
Yeah.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Oh, this
Parts-
is good.
That's good. That's
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay,
Now we're gonna show you the different parts of the turtle. Parts
we
are.
started in the front because the intestines are in the rear where the waist goes out. Here's the neck. That's what the head gets hooked up with, and the head is still on the ground over there.
Yeah, which actually could still snap at you even though it's 3, 4, or 5 hours later.
So that was the neck.
So this is the front,
One half of the front.
one half of the front. This is like the arm here. And then this is like the thigh, I guess you'd call it. And as you can see, there's a good amount of meat here. And
This
then
is one half of the rear,
one half of the rear.
the other half of the rear, partial of the tail. And the other stub of the tail is behind Tony. And then we've got 2 tenderloins that were
That
cut.
go along the back. So just for a comparison, these are some of the older ones Grandpa has. I think we kind of showed you this breastbone plate. Then we got a nicer one here. This is the biggest one Grandpa's gotten so far. And then neither of these even compare to the final one.
here.
Old One Eye is definitely a big turtle, as you can see. Inside, just the size. You want to take that top one? The oldest, biggest one compared to the newest, biggest one. And so you can definitely get a good amount of meat off of these guys.
And this is the heart.
Yep. That would be me and Nick. And something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And hopefully I can continue to go down and teach my kids and keep going, because part of the great outdoors is family. Cheers to the outdoors.
Get out and have some fun.
And tomorrow I will parboil the meat with celery, onions, garlic, and boil it for maybe hour and a half, 2 hours. The tenderloins maybe won't be in there that long because that would end up to be just all broken up. But to soften the meat, that it could be taken away from the bones, because the bones aren't going to be going in the soup. So I'll maybe parboil the meat tomorrow, probably a good 2 hours, and simmer it and simmer it and simmer it. When I start sticking in the knife and find out how tender it's going to be, then I'll strain the stock, throw away the vegetables that I put in there, and debone the carcass. And Tony's gonna come over Monday, and then we'll make the soup.
Alright guys, today on Define Outdoors, we are going to show you how to cook up turtle soup. So we took you through the process of catching and cleaning the turtle, And now we got Grandpa here, and he's gonna show us how to prepare the turtle and make a turtle soup.
This is just pictures. This isn't speaking.
Oh yeah, this is video.
It is?
Yep.
Oh.
Everything you say is gonna
Oh,
be
I
on
better
there.
comb
so
my hair. It started out just water,
just water.
and the extra ingredients was salt, pepper, and then you put in your vegetables. That was carrots, celery, and onion. So you had those three vegetables along with the water, along with the meat on the bone,
Okay.
and I rendered it for 3.5 hours.
You
And then,
drain the
then I
stock.
then I just put the thing aside, took out the meat.
Okay.
I strained this in another kettle, and I ended up just shy of 1 gallon of pure enriched stock. And then I start cutting and peeling apart the meat from the bones.
And then you said you had how much? Just meat.
4 pounds of just meat. It's a very stringy meat. Now, I don't know if camera will show it, but this animal has got white meat and dark meat. Most of the white meat I remember coming from the neck. All right, what we've got here is our stock. It is our pure stock, which was boiled down with the meat. In addition to that, because of our proportions, I added 1.5 gallons of vegetable broth. In the recipe, it calls for 1 quart of tomato juice between the 2 kettles. And the reason we've got 2 kettles is because of once we put in the vegetables and the meat, we thought we'd be overflowing because these are like 16 quart or 4 gallon kettles of pure liquid. But when you start putting in vegetables and then meat, it probably would go over. So we split into 2 pots. So this is to bring our quantity of liquid up. And when I added the pure strained broth, it was thick. So it was really concentrated broth. We added the tomato juice, and I added a secret ingredient which only Tony and I will know, but it's in there. So our stock is simmering. We're working on vegetables. I've got a lot of it pre-cut, and this bucket, which ends up to be like 6 pounds of chopped vegetables, consists of 4 parsnips, 4 turnips, 8 carrots, 6 celery ribs, 2 complete leeks, 2 onions, green beans from my garden, 1 quart, 8 medium-sized potatoes, 1 head of cabbage from my garden, and 1 finger which I cut while I was chopping all of this up. But it's not going to be in the soup. Maybe when I was 8 years old, Grandpa and Grandma used this for weighing different things. I'm going to finish chopping up the remainder, and then we're ready to put in the vegetables into the broth and start our timing. If you see, we are doing this very precisely, down to the 1/10 of a centimeter of weight. And all of my vegetables were organically grown. Okay, enough bullshit. Chopped 8 pounds, okay. 8 pounds, so that means I'll put 4 pounds in each kettle. Pretty close. That's close enough. Okay, kettle number 1, kettle number 2. Give it a stir. Now, we're going to cover it. And I turned both burners to a medium. So it's going to be kind of a simmer instead of a hard boil. We'll try it prior to that buzzer going off, because then if I feel as though some of those root vegetables are soft and tender, then I'll go ahead and add the cabbage and the beans, which won't take long to soften up. Another ingredient that isn't in his printed paper recipe is something that I always like to add to my vegetable soups, and that's a quick barley. Everybody has their own opinion about me putting barley, but since I'm the cook, I put in barley. So now it's just a matter of sitting down, having a soda or a beer, and waiting our half an hour and check the vegetables. And after we put in our last 2 vegetables, another 15-20 minutes, and then we'll put in the meat as the final ingredient. Well, we got both of the kettles brewing, and what I'm doing now is testing some of the harder root vegetables to see how tender they are. Turnip. It's not quite done, but it's pretty much, so I think it's good enough that I can add my other ingredients, which would be the cabbage and the green beans. We're getting close to having turtle soup, and it smells good. Even Grandma said it smells good. We're getting close to the end of the cooking. The cabbage and beans were added, and I just checked it, and they're done. So the last 2 ingredients we're going to put in is barley, quick barley, and then the last ingredient will be the meat. And the meat is already cooked because it was cooked when it was used to make the stock. Gauge with my thumb about where I think half of it is going to be. Oh, 2 more. Okay, now it's done. Kettle 2 gets the remainder. Give it a stir. Our meat. And we've got, as I said before, 4 pounds of deboned meat, already cooked because it's cooked with the stock. So I'm just kind of spoon and split it between the 2. And that looks perfect. Now we're going to add it to pot number 2. Great. Smells good. Oh boy. Okay, that wraps it up. We got two kettles, and the way I look at it, I'm still thinking that I'm gonna be able to put the two together and get it into one kettle. This one holds a little bit more than that one, because all the ingredients are in here now, and if I'm looking, I can judge that this will fit in that. Because I really only got room in the refrigerator downstairs for one kettle. The final step is gonna be putting our soup after it's cooled into containers, and I marked that. They're like, I measured that, 2-quart containers. So 2 containers is a gallon, because that's 2 quarts and 2 quarts, 4 quarts is a gallon. And I'm guessing that I'm gonna end up with probably maybe 8 containers. That would give me 16 quarts, it would give me 4 gallons. And after I put this in there and it comes up or behind that line, that I know is 4 gallons. So we're done with our ingredients, and the next thing would be to put it in these containers and pass it all to my grandchildren and David and Chrissy and whoever wants to eat turtle soup. I don't know if Mama eats turtle soup, but fine. Blow on it and let Tony taste it.
So in Fine Outdoors, we got Grandpa showing us the ropes here, whole process of how to catch, clean, and cook a turtle. It's been
many years since I did it, but
let's see if you still got it in you, huh?
blow on it.
Let's blow on it. Oh yeah. Just as good as I remember. You try that.
I'm gonna have a bean and a carrot.
Was it worth it, Grandpa?
Oh, it was. Let's catch another one.
Let's catch another one. To Fine Outdoors, this is what it's all about.
Great.
Family and friends in the outdoors, enjoying the time that we get to spend together and learning from the people who know what they're doing, passing it on throughout the generations.
I second that motion.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.